Good morning, everybody. Welcome to News in Motion. Today is Thursday, May 18th, 2023. It's our Friday Eve. Y'all know what we do here. We're going to have a lot of fun. We do have a couple of headline news, but we are going to have some fun today. But before we get started, I want to send a quick shout out, a quick happy birthday shout out to Miss Dominique Dudley. Today is her 29th lap around the sun. So we just want to say happy birthday, Dominique. More life to you, more blessings to you. We hope you have fun today. And she's actually going to join us on the show today, y'all. So just spam in the chat, just happy birthday, Dominique. We also got Kenny Stanley coming in here with Game Over as he keeps informing us about some more NBA news. I'm really interested to see who's going to make the playoffs because the Warriors is out. And I don't know, man. I don't think they're a dynasty no more. I'm just saying. The chemistry, it seems like there's some cracks in the shell. I don't know. But we also got, of course, some headlines by Miss Gail Dudley. And, of course, for all of those who are tuning in on audio and podcast later on, we're going to have Mr. Marty Marr. Bless your radio waves on Hot 97. That is News in Motion. That is if you're tuning in from audio and podcast. But for all of those that are tuning in through YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, y'all know what we do here. Let's get this news in motion, y'all. Let's go.
What's up, everyone? This is Gail Dudley, and it is time for News in Motion. This is our Friday Eve, y'all. This is actually my Friday. On Fridays, on the actual Friday, I do nothing. I do absolutely nothing. But I'm so excited about today, y'all. Today is Thursday, May 18th. It is a great day, and I'll tell you why in a little bit, although Isaiah put it out there already as well. I am your host, Gail Dudley. I want to give a shout out to all of our podcast listeners. Y'all are coming up in here. We're talking a couple thousand strong per day. So we're so excited about that. Our audio listeners are kind of transferring over to the podcast. You can find that on Spotify, iHeart, TuneIn, Amazon, Apple, Stitcher, and so many more. You can catch that then. And then we have our Politics and Prose podcast on Friday. That drops somewhere around 7 a.m. So we're just glad that you're here. I see that the YouTube is hopping. We have Lori Williams Wallace. Say that real fast, right? Dr. Antoinette, what's up? I see you, Deborah Sneed. Tracy Newmy, what's up, girlfriend? I see Shirley Nicholson on here. And y'all, by the way, Shirley Nicholson, she and her husband, if you live in Central Ohio, they are connected to Harmony Project. Harmony Project is happening tonight outside in the Commons area. I'm not for sure what time. Shirley put that in the chat, but they have some tickets available. They have a few tickets available. They're free. If you want to attend the event, reach out to Shirley Nicholson. It's first come, first serve. She has several free tickets. I see Jeffrey Allen James in here. I see Kim Edmondson on YouTube. Kenny Stanley on YouTube. Adrian is on YouTube. Y'all, Adrian pushed me to join TikTok. And yesterday we learned a couple of videos are just going buck wild. So I was like, what? So Deborah Johnson, good morning. Tracy Burrs, I see my daughter in there. Dominique Dudley, she's saying thank you, y'all. It is her birthday. Let's see. Fred Jones is in here. Robert Holman's in here. Now, Tracy, you know she's DOMINIQ. But we'll take the thing. We'll take the happy birthday anyway. We see Deborah Sneed in here. We see Mike Nicholson. What's up? I think I got it. Shardinia is in here as well. So y'all, I want to just give a quick shout out, but then we're going to come back with some fun. So don't go anywhere. But y'all know Kenny has to run in and run out. I see Pastor Alex Williams in here as well. What's up, Yvonne? What's up, Regina? Y'all, we got a lot to talk about. Y'all, Deborah Sneed's birthday is tomorrow, so go ahead and shout her out today as well. Thank you, Deborah, for letting us know. One more thing. If you have any graduations, let us know so we can shout those out as well. All right, let's bring in Kenny Stanley this morning. What's up,
Hey,
Kenny?
what's happening?
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. It's Friday Eve.
It's
It's
Friday
Friday
Eve.
Eve.
It is
I'm doing
Friday.
good. I'm doing
Listen, go
good.
ahead and give us the sports real quick. And everyone, I'll be back in a few moments with a surprise and also with our headline news. Take it away, Kenny.
All right. News in Motion family, good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing today? Hey, I'm telling you, man, this daggone NBA basketball is fantastic. The Miami Heat are on fire. Yes, they are. The 8 seeded Miami Heat turned the fire up last night on the Boston Celtics, on the number 1 seed Boston Celtics, and let them know they ready for war. They ready for battle. They took game one last night with a 123-116 victory. Jimmy Butler, a.k.a. Jimmy Buckets, led the way with 35 points, and Bam Adebayo backed him up with 20 points and 8 rebounds. The Heat also had 4 other players with 15 points. Jason Tatum had 30 points for Boston, and Jaylen Brown chipped in 22 points. But in the third quarter, Miami Heat said, no, no, no. We was down 9. Y'all had us, but you don't have us no more. Miami Heat went on a 46-25 run, and then they messed around and won the second half 60-50. And that's what gave them the victory. 46 points in the third quarter is a franchise playoff record. Miami Heat is on fire. These two teams will face off again on Friday at 8:30 on TNT. Tonight on ESPN at 8:30, we got game 2 of the Lakers versus the Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets had to hold on for a game 1 victory after the Lakers stormed back from a 20-point deficit to win 132-126. I think the Lakers may have found their confidence in the second half, and I think it can continue into tonight's game. The Lakers need AD, Anthony Davis, to continue to play like he did Tuesday, and if he does, the Lakers will not only win tonight, the Lakers will win this series in 6 games. The NBA draft lottery happened the other Tuesday night also, and the San Antonio Spurs they won that lottery. The draft will be start in June. I do believe it's June the 8th. And the first pick, they are believed, the San Antonio Spurs are believed to be taking Victor Wembanyama, uh, Wembanyama from France. This black kid, he's a dynamo. He can do it all from what I understand. And right now, we just have to wait and see, just to see what he's going to do once he gets to the NBA. Listen, my last story for the day, and I was on Facebook yesterday, and every time I see this young man, I get tears of joy. I really, really do. I love his family. You hear his brother every morning as he introduces the show. From what I understand, his sister is cooler than the other side of the pillow. His mom and dad, they're one of my favorite couples going. Yeah, I'm talking about Isaac Jones. Isaac Jones took first place yesterday in the 100-meter dash and first place in the broad jump. And the 4x100 relay team, they came in second place. I get tears of joy every time I see Isaac Jones. He is an inspiration to me and as well as other people. Isaac, keep doing what you're doing. Team Isaac. Hey, that's sports for the day. Game over. Back to Gail for more news. Hey, Dominique, happy birthday.
um, li- Listen, thank you so much for mentioning Isaac Jones and congratulations for that first place.
Man,
Thank
look,
you for lifting him up and shouting that out. I am grateful for you doing that. I'm sure
yeah.
your families as well. So
All
thank
right.
you, Kenny, for all you do. Y'all don't forget, Kenny comes in his own podcast on Saturday at 6:30
6:30.
right here on News in Motion. Y'all know
Oh,
that's one
yeah.
of the things that I do. I'm constantly promoting people putting their podcasts out there. Kenny's views have tripled over the past 5 months. So
Yeah.
let's continue to keep celebrating him and the work that he's doing. Thank you, Kenny. Have a great
Thank
day.
you. Everybody have a good one.
You too. All right, y'all. I see more of you coming in here. Devontae, good morning to you. Patricia Lyles, good morning to you as well. All right, y'all. Before we get to the surprise that I have, y'all know yesterday I talked about the South Carolina North Carolina yesterday, the whole super majority and what took place. Well, today I'm going to talk about South Carolina real quick. South Carolina House approved a 6-week abortion ban, and it goes to the Senate, where a bipartisan group of female lawmakers have vowed to filibuster it. Y'all know all about filibusters. We taught that right here on News in Motion. Now, what's really odd about all of this week has been the week of National Women's Health Week. 2023 has been happening all week. And yet we have other people trying to control our bodies. Y'all know here, one of our platforms is to encourage people to register to vote, get them to vote, check their voting registration and all of that. The other day I was in Target. Yeah, and y'all know Kim Edmondson, you'll probably laugh at me, but y'all, in Target, these are things that I'm keeping from COVID. Stay 6 feet away from me. Just stay 6 feet away from me, please. So if you see me backed up from somebody by 6 feet, that should signal you to back up by 6 feet. But anyway, this lady was talking about everything that was happening in Florida, and she just couldn't believe it. And she went on and on and on and on and on. So she's talking to me, and she says, and I said, yes, a lot, isn't it? I said, but that's why we vote. Y'all, this woman said to me, oh, I don't vote. And I guess my face told her everything I needed to say. Now you're sitting here complaining and you're going to say you don't vote. And I said, I'm sorry, I think I misunderstood you. She said, well, your face tells me you might pop me. And I said, well, no, I'm not a violent woman. I said, but did you say you're not registered? I said, how old are you? And yes, I asked that question. She said she was 63. And I said, and you're not a registered voter? You know, I really wanted to say at that point, shut up talking to me. I don't even want to hear anything else from you. People know when I roll up on you, one of the questions I'm not afraid to ask is, are you a registered voter? Now, I give leniency to people who are 18, 19, 20, 21, because we want to educate them. Everybody else, I'm looking at you like, okay, I'm going to assume there's a reason why you're not registered. Maybe you have a felony, and that happens in some states, or maybe, something happened. You got too many car tickets, parking tickets, something. And I give you leniency. But if I come back around and ask you if you're registered to vote and you tell me no a second time, we got a problem. We got a problem. We just got a problem. So y'all, that happened. So everything's happening here all over, and we need to really pay attention. I have more news, but before I do that, I am so excited. It was 29 years ago today that I birthed this amazing go-getter young woman. I mean, y'all know I love my girl dearly. We've been in business together. We have Ready Publication. We have other things we've done together. I was teasing her yesterday because I've been trying to get her to do something for me, and she hasn't, but I learned she's doing it for somebody else. Y'all, I had an attitude. Took me about 10 extra minutes to get to sleep because I'm like, what? Wait a minute, what just happened? And I'm like, okay, it's all right. Sometimes, they got to do what they need to do, but I'm going to get her back. And I couldn't talk to her until after June 5th. So, okay, I'll do that too. But y'all, I get so excited each year just to see her growth. And just the things that she's been able to accomplish just makes her mama proud. So we have one of our advisory team people who's been with me from day one. Let's bring in Dominic Dudley. What's up?
Hello.
I know I got you up early. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. Yeah, we have a happy birthday banner. And y'all know I have no problem. I say it all the time. I do it for so many of you out there. Y'all, we're going to cash app her today too. Whether that's $5, $2, $29, $50, $129, whatever that is. Let's fill up her cash app to the $sign Dominic, and that's Dion. It's up on the screen, y'all. It's up on the screen. But y'all, I want to just ask her. Y'all know I'm always asking her marketing. That's her thing. So Dominic, we have questions today. We're going to spend a few moments before I get to the rest of the headlines. And my first question to you today is, are you glad you attended and graduated from Howard University? And are you glad that you changed from business to the School of Communications? And why or why not?
Yes, I am glad that I went to Howard. I was actually just telling somebody recently that it was one of the best decisions that I think I made for myself. Um, Mainly because of the network that I have. Like, I run into a lot of Howard alum. I had found out somebody in my workout class is also a Howard alum. So, like, just things like that. It's nice, especially being in Atlanta. And then switching from the School of Business to School of Communications, I think it was a great decision for me. I think I would have done just as well in the School of Business, but for what I like and what I do and wanted to do at the time, I think the School of Communications was a better decision for me. I think I enjoyed it a little bit more than I would have enjoyed the School of Business in the moment. So, yeah.
Cool. So you've gone from Columbus, Ohio to Washington, D.C. Kim Edmondson says you're a phenomenal woman. You
Thank you.
graduated. You had our forever president do your commencement speech, not yours, but the class commencement speech, President Barack Obama. You moved to New York. You came home for a brief second, and then you moved to Atlanta. So talk about that and the changes and what came with that and how you decided to land in Atlanta, which was your
I
birthplace, by the way.
Yeah, I think Atlanta was always the goal for me. I wasn't sure timing, but I wanted to go to Atlanta more long term. Moving to different places, that was never like weird for me because I always wanted to travel. I think I had been telling you and dad since like seventh grade that I was leaving, so it wasn't that like unfamiliar to me. But I mean, as far as like changes, each place has been different. I think DC was my first experience of like being in a metro city long term, and there were some adjustments just because I mean I didn't have a car. I mean, I think anybody who goes to college 9 times out of 10 they don't have a car, but there were some adjustments to being in the city. New York was even more of an adjustment just because it's a lot larger of a city and there's a lot more going on, a lot more that you have to be aware of. But moving to New York was a little bit easier because I have my cousins with me, so that was always nice. And then moving to Atlanta, I think I kind of came to terms with the fact that I wanted to do some more things that were not possible paying what I was paying in New York. And as far as my job, like just Atlanta was a better option for me. So Atlanta was a chance for me to kind of like slow down from the fast pace of New York, but still have a little bit of that metro city element. So, I mean, again, Atlanta was always kind of like my end goal. I don't know if I'll be here forever, but I will be here at least for the next 5 years or so. So, yeah.
Cool. So you do digital marketing. I know we've asked you about this on News in Motion previously. What is your love for that? Because you light up when you're talking even to me about different things when it comes to marketing, especially digital marketing. And I know when you've been home and I've seen some of your work, I'm like, you did that? And you're like, yeah. And I'm like, wow. So talk a little bit about that if you don't mind for people who are wondering what it is and how much they need in their day-to-day business.
Um, I'll be honest, I don't think my passion is digital marketing per se. I like my role within digital marketing. I'm an account manager, so I talk to people all day, which is kind of weird because I'm quiet
Yeah.
in my personal life. But when it comes to the business side of things, like I actually like talking to our clients and I actually like working on the projects that we work on. So, I mean, my client is Hilton, um, and I work in the creative space, which I've always had a passion for the creative piece of it. So, we're developing a lot of like the brand campaigns and things like that you see, like the Hilton commercials and stuff like that. That's what our team works on. I like that part of it. As far as digital marketing, think I like digital marketing because it's something that you can use in every business, no matter what field you're in. So it was the best lane for me to go into and have the flexibility to kind of do a wide range of things. Like I've had different clients that I've worked for. I've worked now in hospitality, but I've worked in retail, and I've also worked in like health. So things like that, I like the flexibility of being able to decide where I want to go, as opposed to kind of going back to like that school of business thing. Like I didn't want to be limited into a space. So I think that's more of what I like about it. As far as digital marketing in businesses, or like for anyone who is wondering whether or not they need digital marketing, you definitely need digital marketing. More importantly, you definitely need social media. Social media is kind of like changing the way that things happen right now. And when we look at analytics of how people are performing on social media versus like, previous ads or like TV campaigns, social media just does a lot better. There's a wider reach. And I think everybody should just know how to incorporate it into their business if they want to actually be successful.
So I got to ask one more question. We've been talking a lot about this on News in Motion. AI.
What about AI?
I was waiting for you to say something. Well, we're learning now that there's a warning signs. Like right now, there's congressional hearings of some of the CEOs saying this is dangerous. We have people who are saying they're losing their jobs behind AI. We have the people who helped create AI who left Google to freely talk about the fact that this is dangerous. The imitation of images and voiceovers and commercials and emails. Help us understand. I know you don't have a lot of time, but help us understand. At least 2 minutes. Give us a quick tutorial.
I mean, I'm still learning AI myself. I probably know the very, very base knowledge of AI. I can say that it's definitely happening. There's not a lot that I can speak to besides the fact that, like, I mean, within my company, I work for Accenture, and we're required to take AI trainings because it is a lane that we offer as a service for Accenture as a whole. So like we are required to know the base levels of things like that. But yeah, it's definitely happening. I think there are a lot of businesses that are pushing back on AI because of the capabilities. Like, I mean, it is kind of taking out some of the personal element. And one thing that I can speak to as far as like what we've heard from our clients is that, some companies are nervous about that personability that's missing. So I think that's going to be a little bit of the saving grace, but I definitely think that everyone should be prepared for AI to kind of change the way that things are happening. It's definitely taking over some jobs, but again, the one up part about it is with human interaction, there's just a little bit more personability. So I think that will be the saving grace for some people.
Okay. Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah.
We're going to have her back to give us some more details on AI so we can finagle this a little bit more. So, without telling us your detailed personal business, anything exciting for your birthday? Like, are you getting ready to go like to breakfast, or you working and it's just another day? You waiting for your 30th? Anything you want to share with us?
I am still working today. I did not take off, but I am going on a trip, which I'm looking forward to. I'm going on a cruise. Looking forward to disconnecting and not having to answer any work emails.
You
I've
told me
kind
not
of,
to even call you for no questions either.
yes. I will be back after the 5th, and I am looking forward to the break.
Good for you. I want you to have a great time. You have so many people in here. Stephanie Burbridge Hall saying beauty and brains. Lori Wallace saying such a beautiful and talented young lady. Deborah Sneed says such beautiful and intelligent young lady. So proud of you. You have Hester Jackson saying yes, Hilton. Lori saying having a fantastic time. Yvonne Gardner says, have a great time. There's other people who are in here as well. Yeah, I want us to love on her today, if y'all don't mind. Kim Edmondson says, enjoy your trip. Again, we're going to put up her Cash App. Y'all know I'm big on that. We've done it for Isaiah. We've done it for other people. Y'all want to put up her Cash App today. It's the $ Dominic. Again, y'all, let's just show some love. I believe that when we sow into other people, it comes back to us. So let's do that. Let's please do that. Don't let her call me later today and say, your News in Motion people did not a dime. I don't want to hear that today. Because I talk about y'all in great ways every day. I'm always talking about we the bond, we're rolling, we're doing this, we're doing that. So y'all don't let me down today. Don't let me down today. And don't worry about it. I took care of her already for myself. Now I want everybody else to come in as a tribe and take care of her as well. Well, thank you, Don. Thank you for waking up early to do this. I got more news to share, but thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we see her once a year, right? We just gonna take it. All right, love you, girl. Love you. All right. Also in the news, y'all, we have Council on Foreign Relations. Washington says it is urging India to work against attacks on religious minorities. An unnamed U.S. official told reporters that the U.S. government had directly appealed to Indian officials, which is coming from The Wire, to reduce attacks on religious minorities in the country. The Indian government previously criticized a U.S. State Department report on threats to religious freedom in India and other countries, saying it was biased and politically motivated. We also have in the Middle East and North Africa, a new report by researchers at Brown University estimates that some 4.5 million people died. This is coming out of Washington Post because of post 9/11 wars in which the United States played a role, most of which took place in the region. The estimate takes into account indirect deaths, caused by economic collapse and the destruction of healthcare and infrastructure. We also have in South Africa and in Russia. South Africa's army chief met with Russian counterpart, this is coming out of the Associated Press, in Moscow yesterday to discuss military cooperation. Russia's defense ministry said the meeting comes nearly a week after South Africa denied U.S. claims that it had shipped arms to Russia. In Jamaica, yeah, that would be a nice place to go right now. UN chief calls for international response to Haiti crisis. The UN Secretary General said that the tragic situation in Haiti demands a stronger international response as it presents a threat to regional security. This is coming out of the UN News. Haiti's prime minister has previously called for an international security force, CNN is reporting that portion of it, to help address surging gang violence in the country. Y'all talked about North Carolina and South Carolina. Y'all did not cover this the other day, but a woman sues Rudy Giuliani, says he coerced her into sex. A woman who says she worked for Rudy Giuliani during his stint as the former guy's personal lawyer alleged that the former New York City mayor coerced her into sex, floated selling presidential pardons, and owes her for nearly $2 million in unpaid wages. Of course, Giuliani denies the allegations. Yeah, okay, whatever. All right, y'all, the Supreme Court leaves in place for now Illinois' ban on sale of AR-15 weapons and large ammunition magazines. The Washington Post reports the case in the court's first consideration of gun control legislation since its conservative majority made it more difficult for governments to justify such restrictions. The law will now be considered by an appeals court. In the New York Times is reporting, Texas passed a bill banning transgender medical care for minors. Y'all, this is another state. The governor is likely to sign it, making the state the largest with such a ban. Again, I ask this question. These are children. Why are we taking away their medical care? Why are we doing that? Y'all, in Dallas Morning News, hundreds of Dallas County attorneys say they have not been paid in 6 weeks in a payroll chaos. Hundreds of Dallas County court-appointed attorneys and contractors have come forward saying they have not been paid. Some are saying they're owed about $50,000 in back pay. Hello, somebody. That's a lot of money. We already talked about AI throughout this week. There is a congressional hearing that's happening even today. Just reminder, we were talking about TikTok. couple months, not even a couple months ago, about a month ago. Well, USA Today reports Republican Governor Greg, and I cannot pronounce, I think it's Gianforte, signed a measure Wednesday banning TikTok in Montana, making it the first state in the United States to completely ban the Chinese-owned social media app. And this is all from skepticism and from lawmakers who are having challenges. Lawmakers from both political parties have raised concern over TikTok's potential threat to national security, including if the app could be used by Chinese government to spy on the U.S. But here's what's happening. We have Rand Paul, Republican of Kentucky, and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Democrat of New York, who has come against the ban. So it's kind of like at a halt in the House. But Montana is going to fine people. They're going to fine them $10,000 per violation if they see that people in the state are actually using TikTok now that it's been banned. All right, y'all, couldn't wait to get to this conversation before we get over to their inspirational message. Y'all better leave them alone. Yes, y'all know I'm petty about this, and I'm going to just talk about it for a moment. AP, CNN reporting along with so many others at this point. Y'all leave Prince Harry and Meghan alone. Now y'all got her mom in there, Doria. Yeah, they were followed in their car by paparazzi late Tuesday after attending the award ceremony in New York, where Meghan was an honoree, according to the reports. Yeah, they left. Now, here's where I'm so sick of all of this, because if you see the videotape and if you hear the police, you can understand what's happening. Everyone just wants to hold on to what the taxi guy is saying. They were in their private car at first, and there was a chase that went on. Now, pause. I don't know if it was 2 hours. I think their spokesperson probably should not have said that, but it's for a long time. The police then were signaled. They came around the SUV, helped them get to a police precinct, got them out of the car into the police station, and then got them into a taxi followed by New York police. All right, the NYPD. So that's what happened. So you got the taxi driver saying it wasn't a chase. Well, you were the second car. And by that time, you had all the police people following you. So in your case, it wasn't a chase. But in the black SUV, it was a chase. People have already reported how cars was flying down on the sidewalk and pedestrians were almost hit, and how people were jumping out of cars trying to take their picture, and how people were jumping on different cars. So you have people who were witnesses to this say that. All right, with all of that said, I don't know what this is, but Dr. Antoinette, can you help me out here? I don't know why y'all just don't hire me. Now, Meghan, Harry, I'm available. I will help with your messaging, because I would not have said that. You got to stop giving so much for the royal family, who hate you all, to give them something to either deny or not comment or whatever. All you had to say, we were chased. It was horrific. It didn't feel good. We'll report more later. Get all your facts together and then share it. Stop letting people speak on your behalf. They're trying to destroy you. Maybe they love you, but they're destroying you in the meantime. Yeah, I was thinking the other day, seriously, and I'm going to the inspirational message in a couple of seconds. I was thinking the other day about President Biden and Kamala Harris and their messaging. I was thinking about even the former guy, don't shoot me, and no, I would never help him. And if I hear this repeated from that camp, y'all gonna owe me some money because I said it here first. So I was even thinking about the former guy. And I said, if he would just come out with a different message, he may have some headway. Now, I hope not. But if he came up with a different message, if he would come out and say, I really love this country, but I've made some major mistakes in the past. I've done these things. I said these things. This is what happened. I was young, but I've advanced. And he can really spin that, even if he just came out to be honest and show some honesty. I was thinking about the former governor of New York, Cuomo. And I said, man, he's good. Y'all say what y'all want to. I don't know what happened. But he could come out with somebody like me to give him a message. And the message would be, I'm a single man. I've had women at my house late at night. He could go on and say something to say, I was at a wedding, because that was one of the issues. I was at a wedding. I thought this woman, I thought she was interested in me. Again, I'm a single man. Just come out and give your message. Y'all, cut this stuff off at the knee, and we can be done and move on. Messaging is key. Messaging is key. Deborah Johnson said the truth will set you free. It will. Dr. Antoinette said, all I could think about is mama died because of the press chasing her car. I thought about that too. Dr. Antoinette, y'all said, right, hire Gail. I wish somebody would. I could really help you. Y'all, messaging is key. It really is. Messaging is key. Even before that, I want to talk about a 22-year-old Texas man who fatally shot his partner for traveling to get an abortion. Killed her. Yeah, last week, this is coming from every town. Last week, a man in Texas shot and killed his partner, Gabrielle Gonzalez, the day after she traveled to Colorado for an abortion. Every month, 70 women in the U.S. are shot and killed by their partner. Every month, 70 women. Access to guns make it 5 times more likely that a woman will be killed by an abusive partner. In some states, it's easier for a man to shoot and kill his partner than it is for a woman to have access to reproductive care. Yeah, I share that behind what I just talked about. Messaging, even for gun control. Okay, so they're having a problem with the fact that they think we're trying to take their guns. No, change the message. Change the message. If we would just alter the message, maybe people could hear us and maybe they would vote accordingly. It's all in the message. So for today's inspirational message, I believe Isaiah has one title. I may be flipping the title, but go ahead and put that up, Isaiah. And I'm reading these. Marion says the former guy don't know what honesty is because he's still lying about his current situation. Well, there's that. Kim Edmondson says she thought about that too. Must be talking about former Princess Diana. Dr. Antoinette said, but it would require honesty, humility, and admitting being wrong. None of those matches with 45's actions. All right, so the inspirational message is you're stronger than you think. And I want to talk about the messaging in that. You're stronger than you think. Well, what's the message behind that? It really falls back on what are you communicating and why are you choosing to communicate that narrative? You're stronger than you think. Think about the words that you speak to yourself. When we talk about the tongue, there's life and death. And I'm afraid many people are speaking death even to themselves. I had a great conversation with Deborah Johnson yesterday after the show. And Deborah Johnson and I, we were talking because I know I'm preaching on Sunday. First time back in the pulpit in 3 years. And in doing so, I was talking to Deborah and I was like, man, I don't know where all this anxiety is coming from being able to preach. She says, she goes, let me offer you something. And she says, stop saying that. She says, stop saying you're going to have anxiety. Stop saying that you have anxiety now. Stop saying how you're going to respond. She goes, speak life. And so Deborah gave me like the most beautiful devotional sermon for about 10 good minutes. And I just sat there and listened and received what she had to say. You're stronger than you think. You're stronger than you think to do so many amazing things. You just have to believe it and speak it. It's all in the messaging. When you are trying to hide or when you're trying to hide the truth or spin a narrative, you're just digging a bigger hole in that narrative. Just speak the truth. Seriously. It's so much freeing. People don't have to like it, but it's your truth. And speak that truth because the truth will set you free. So many people are stressed out and they're downtrodden and so much because of the weight of life, which I'm going to also say the weight of lies. There's so many lies that have been spoken that is just weighing them down. But you're stronger than you think. It's just starting with one spoken word. It's starting with something that's going to motivate you. It's starting with the truth. It's not trying to hide or to cover up. It's like, you know what? I messed up. You don't have to give all the details. I messed up. That didn't come out right. I didn't mean it that way, but this is how it came out. and then move on from there. Y'all, you just have to start somewhere. Y'all, it's been a great week on News in Motion. Again, I want to congratulate Isaiah. He did fantastic. I am told yesterday in front of City Council. It was just a job well done. We want to celebrate again all the graduates. If you have graduates, please email us at newsinmotionwithgail@gmail.com. Just give us their name, where they're graduating from. If you have something special you want to say, it has to be a line or two. We can put that up, but you have to email us first to let us know that. Some of you are wondering the schedule because y'all have been asking. No, we're not here on Memorial Day. We'll be here next week. We won't be here on Memorial Day. We'll finish up May, June. We're really trying to get the men to take over June so we can celebrate men. And then July, it's the young people takeover. Then August, we are on break. And then we'll be back for our next season for September. So that's what it's looking like. When we return in September, all eyes are on voting. All eyes are on voting. Y'all, we're going to start rolling out the voting volunteer piece in June. We've had several of you reach out to us, so we're real excited about that. I'm just really overjoyed about that. On next week, we will start a special segment on Tuesdays, and that's going to be with Unboss Columbus. Devontae Goins will join us on Tuesdays. I'll be here. Isaiah will be here. Devontae will be here to give a segment on different things that's happening. So we'll be a segment from Unboss. So we're real excited about rolling that out. We have people who are looking at starting podcasts, so we're excited about that. There's so much going on, and I absolutely love it. All right, y'all. Y'all know what I say. Stay well, everyone. And remember, make some bold moves. Until Monday, we are out.